If you have ever prayed for a young person, if you've ever desired to see revival in the emerging generation, then this clarion call is for you. On the 15th of December 2025, here in the city of Warri, we will be hosting 1,500 Gen Zs and Alphas to an immersive theatrical experience of music, stories, and reflections. The purpose is simple. It is to host them to a burning bush experience, to a Damascus Road encounter, to awaken them to purpose, to identity, and to a sense of calling. It costs 10,000 naira to host an attendee to this experience. They will receive their ticket at 5,000 naira. Your 5,000 naira will make it possible for one young person to be a part of this experience. Be one of the 1,500 kingdom soldiers who make this happen for 1,500 destinies in God. This is not entertainment. This is warfare, because the kingdom of darkness is already intentional. They use music strategically, not as entertainment, but as indoctrination. And millions of dollars are willingly deployed to make it happen. We have prayed. Now we must deploy our resources to fund the strategies that the Lord Himself gives us in this battle. If this is you, give now. Get our Kingdom Advancement ticket for the Identity Youth Concert 2025. And please forward to one other person who should do the same. Together, 1,500 of us will make this happen for 1,500 destinies in God. Thank you, and God bless you.
I have a special singing voice, and I'm going to use it to impact my generation all over the world. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. My faith could be made stronger in the presence of my Savior.
On the 15th of December 2025, here in this city of Warri, 1,500 visionaries, young leaders like this will gather for an unforgettable experience of music where music, storytelling, and purpose collide. And parents, this is our moment to gift our young visionary leaders an experience that will inspire, uplift, and transform them. So get ready, get your tickets, and see you at Identity Youth Concerts.
Hey family, it's your girl Rejoice Dedekede, your favorite media voice in the city of Warri. And listen, if you're a young person who knows you're not ordinary, as a matter of fact, you are extraordinary. If you know your voice, your purpose, and your identity matters, then you cannot afford to miss the Identity Youth Concerts. It's a gathering of Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. They're going to be there. If you love vibe with a sprinkle of creativity and of course divine, awesome connection with God. If you've ever felt like you're so unsure, you're very uncertain, I mean, why am I here? Who am I again? Then come, because this is an answer to prayers. I'm going to be there personally, and I want you to come through as well. It's on the 15th of December 2025. It's going to be happening at KFT Event Center. Come full, come clean, come correct with your crew and your friends, because it's going to be lit, it's going to be woke, and it's going to be dope. The Identity Youth Concert. Let's shake the city of Warri. Dodo.
Yes. The Identity Youth Concert coming up shortly, right? And I'm super excited about this one. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this or where you're watching me from right now. I would love to know that you can hear me clearly, you can see me, and you are happy to be here, because we are happy to have you here. So you can, connect, you can chat in the comments, you can drop your comment section, and of course I'm going to scroll your comment on the screen to ensure that we acknowledge your presence here. I'm really hoping that by next network is not misbehaving in this moment. I am looking, if you see my eyes going left, right, is because I'm trying to monitor what's going on, what you are seeing. So I am sure that everyone is okay. All right. Okay. On YouTube is looking clean. On LinkedIn it's looking somehow, but at least I just hope you can hear me clearly. Please let me know that you can hear me clearly if you're connected and you can, see and hear me. Well, welcome to this pop-up session. This one is very special for me. Okay, it's special because I feel like a mom right now. Okay, I feel like a mom. Hey, okay, so yes. Can you hear me? Thank you, Jonathan. I believe. Okay, Jonathan and Dafa. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us. All right. This one is special for me. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Jonathan says, absolutely can hear you. Okay, fantastic. Yay! I'm glad to hear that. All right. So this is very special for me because I feel like a mom right now, or a midwife, right? Or even if it's, you know how if you've been to the hospital before when childbirth is happening, it's never one person delivering the baby. The main midwife is there, or the main doctor, or the main nurse, and you have assistant nurses, to help them with, okay, what do we need, doctor, and all of that. So I feel like one of the people in the birthing room, okay, because this particular vision, is like from cradle till execution, and it's just such a pleasure to be a part of this, to be here, to see this from conception to birthing, and it's happening. It's towards today's date is 6, so it's in about 8 days, 9 days from now, we will be live with the Identity Youth Concert. I'm even almost more excited than the visionary herself, but don't worry, let me calm down. I'm smiling so much, my head is aching. But this has been a long time coming. It's been a work, that we've worked on, an idea that we've worked on over weeks, literally like a pregnancy. And so I'm super excited to, have this conversation with my visionary today, the visionary behind the Identity Youth Concert. Why are we having this conversation today? We want to give you a preview into the vision, into the heart of the visionary, the person that God has placed this idea in her heart. We want you to hear from her directly. We want her to paint the picture for you, to see what's happening, to see that this is just not any concert. It's not just any event. This is a divinely orchestrated and divinely ordained event for young people happening in Nigeria, in Warri specifically. So if you know anyone who resides in the area, in the South area, in Warri and its surrounding, then you want to, probably share this with them, or tell them about this particular event. But I have the pleasure to introduce the visionary behind this vision. Her name is Damie O'Neill, and she's going to tell us more about this vision. I am going to watch her relive this vision that we worked on together for the last almost 36 weeks now and counting. And I'm so excited for her. It's been a long time coming. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Damie O'Neill. Hello, visionary.
Hello, Coach PJ. So excited. And your excitement it's infectious as well. So
oh my
I
goodness.
am truly excited about.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Okay, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, so,
and yes, just take it away. Dive right in. Introduce yourself, and then dive right into the vision of the Identity Youth Concert.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach EJ. First of all, you're a miracle and a gift of God to me. I remember the very beginning. I mean, there are a lot of stories in between when we started and now, but I remember, getting into VCAP, and we were told that we're going to be assigned coaches. And then I had seen you somewhere, I think at the talk show from the previous cohorts, and just really connecting deeply with you. And then when I realized, okay, we're going to be getting accountability coaches, I was like, I didn't want to pray the prayer because I didn't want to be disappointed, right? But somehow I was like, if she turns out to be my accountability coach, then I will know that God is onto something, and true enough, when it was published, I got you as my accountability coach, and it's been amazing. There is a unique grace on your life. I think there's a midwife for everyone, and you are mine. And many defining answers for this project, for this vision, came from us talking. I remember, but let me introduce myself anyway. That's just my thank you to say it's been a joy doing this, and thank you so much for the gift of you. I am Damie O'Neill. I am a pastor. I pastor a church here in the city of Warri with my husband, Pastor Ijoma O'Neill, called the Pre-Church. But more than that, I am also the founder of 90 Degrees Music and the visionary, of course, behind the Identity Youth Concert, which is the newest expression of 90 Degrees Music as a vision. And where do I start? So from 2017, we had been hosting this concert, right? Now, I discovered my music gift quite accidentally, in the sense that I didn't know I had that gift, even though I'd always been very sensitive to music, and I've always written and had a deep appreciation of and understanding of music. But I felt I got set up by God, just serving, and I discovered that somewhere around 2004. Started writing. However, when I started writing, I was writing very differently from what my contemporaries were writing at the time. People were writing worship music in the sense of, I believe you know what I mean, songs unto God that believers could sing, was becoming the thing. Before then, we had what we called special numbers in churches, right? Just before the message would come up, someone would come do a song that you didn't know, most likely didn't know, yeah. But you listened because the song would have a message, and then the message sort of would tie into the song would sort of tie into whatever the pastor was going to preach. So, and it used to be one of the highlights of the services, and we had songs like there's I Know My Redeemer Lives by Nicole Mullen, and songs by CC Winans. These were songs like that. But then we began to shift somewhere around 2007, 2008 into really worship songs being written. However, I wasn't writing those kind of songs. So fast forward to 2010, I took a break from being on stage and leading worship because God had sent us sort of on another assignment. And in that obscurity, I got really immersed in music. And then 2011, I started writing this very, what's the word I would use? Ideological songs for people to listen, songs that challenged you, that stayed with you. And those were the kind of songs I was writing. And I kept saying, where on earth are we ever going to do these songs? Because, nobody's going to call you to a church to come and do these songs. But I kept writing. I kept stewarding what I knew God had given to me. I had the ability to say too much within a 4-minute song. And I just stayed faithful to it, even though I had quarrels with it. I'm like, why? But then fast forward to 2017, my husband, as well as my man of God, came to me and said, you've got to start performing your own concerts. You've got to create a platform to share this music. You will have to birth the platform, not just for yourself, but for others. And we started the concerts, the 90 Degrees Music Concerts in my city here in Warri, 2017. And every year we performed this concert, and it was always phenomenal, the feedback that we got. I was intrigued to find that people were willing to come into a hall, sit down, and just listen to music that they were hearing for the first time, and they could remember it long after that. However, when I came into 2024, which was last year, I began to really feel like there was more, right? I just didn't know what that more was. I just felt like there's more to this thing I'm doing. I'm not sure this is all there is to it, but I wasn't willing to go any further. I always say this thing. I would say that I don't have enough ambition to fund myself to where God is not going. Yes. And so it was important to me that I was heading where God would have me go. And long story short, I got into the Visionary Compass Accelerator program with Pro Coach Debola Deji Kurumi, which is another story altogether. But the first time I sat with Coach EJ, I said to her that I came here to know once and for all if we're pursuing this music gift or we should give it a decent burial. I mean, you remember, I wasn't willing. I live with conviction. I don't know how to live without conviction. If I'm not convicted about something, I can't go on. So I needed that. And we got into this. It's been 36 weeks, intense visionary Compass Accelerator program, as it is called. It has delivered. And layer by layer, I would say doubts began to be peeled off. Limiting mindsets began to be peeled off and all that. And then somewhere around July, I had caught a very strong conviction that this was what God would have me do. One of the defining moments for catching this vision was, I would say quickly, three. One was that I was in a restaurant having a meal and this music comes up. Beautiful sound. But the song said something like, I am no good. I am in distress. I am sort of, think of everything positive affirmation, but the opposite. And it's a song. And it's a song that I know the artist, and the young people around me love this person. And I'm like, why on earth is a song saying this? What's the goal? And then much later, I was at the gym exercising, and it's 1 hour. I shared the story with you, 1 hour of this music playing. And it was a serious indoctrination into the worship of money. Literally. Great sound. I mean, you could just vibe away, but if you paid attention, there was a serious indoctrination going on. Now, this is me, an adult, listening to it. Imagine this was a 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy or girl listening to it. They would just be naively taking this all in. But the one that really made a difference was when someone very close to me, I found out that she had been struggling with anxiety, young, 15 years old, anxiety, borderline depression, fear, and all that. However, she was medicating with music, but not just any kind of music. That was the first time I heard of what's called dark music. I didn't know such a thing. Yes, dark music. And what this music does is it describes the pain. It gives words to whatever she was feeling, but that was all it did. So she heard it and she felt like she was heard. However,
just like affirming.
Yes, it affirms and it multiplies and amplifies. So while it looked innocently like finally somebody gets me, however, there are spiritual principles behind all these things. And that was what I feel like that was where I heard God clearly to say, okay, God, because I feel like for many years, the Lord had been trying to persuade me that music is serious business. I'd always looked at music as entertainment, and I've always wanted to do something more serious for God, like have crusades, have conferences, heal the sick, which
like
we
music.
do. Yes, we do. But I always felt like music is entertainment, but I found out that music is not entertainment. Music is indoctrination. And the other side, they don't joke about it. They are very strategic, very deliberate. The mountain of what we call the mountain of entertainment is a serious business for indoctrination and for pushing the ideology of any kingdom. And so that was where I began to really catch the heart of the Identity Youth Concert. The first thing that I realized was, first, there was a generation that is at war for their mind. We are dealing with a younger generation that they're dealing with challenges that are very unique and peculiar to them. We may never understand. However, we can, through the strategies God gives to us, equip them. And so that is how the Identity Youth concept was born. I think that's quite a long introduction, but
wow, I love it.
yes,
It was needed. It was needed because we needed to know where you are coming from. You know, with visions like this, it's easy for people to think, oh, yes, I mean, again, because of the season that the concert is happening, it's easy to just categorize it as festive. It's a festive season kind of thing.
Yes.
You get like, it's Christmas, so it's Christmas, it's fun. That's why we needed to articulate that this is not just fun fair. And I love what you said in the video, in the introduction video, when you said entertainment, music is not fun fair. It's not entertainment, it's warfare. And you know, you painting the picture like this,
it's warfare.
Yes, in seeing that this is how it's subtly indoctrinating people. And as you were saying that, it reminded me of a line. Yeah, the network. Can you hear me? Your line is breaking, and I hope
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, fantastic. Right. So it reminded me of a particular line that somebody, a secular musician, sang. And this is a secular musician, and he said it. It's like he said, music no need permission to enter your spirit.
I am telling you.
And I'm like,
it's the truth.
This is scripture. Like, it doesn't need permission. It can bypass your consciousness. And that's how come we know that there are songs we know today, we didn't sit down to listen to them. They were just playing.
We didn't learn them.
Exactly.
We just
you didn't
absorbed them.
You subconsciously, and you just, sometimes, I don't know if you caught yourself before, you just caught yourself humming some songs and you be like, wait, what? How did you get here?
Yes. It didn't ask for any permission.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why what you said is very, very, important, and how you painted it and how you spotted it in that young person that was close to you to say that, whoa, so the person was medicating with music. That is so powerful. I couldn't have given language to that, but I know personally, like, if I wanted to feel certain kind of way, I go to music. Like, if I want to elevate, there are music I will play. If I want to sleep and just segue into sleep, I play some. My Spotify rap came and they were like, man, you're kind of listener. Like, your kind of listener is very, very interesting because you listen to all genre of, like, multiple genre of music. Because when I want to sleep, it's a different type. If I want to, like, meditate or pray, it's another type. And if I want to feel very high, like, you know what, I'm feeling down, I need to switch the state. There are music I go to that I will, before I know it, I'm in a happy mood and I'm feeling cool, and so that is medicating, and that is so important that you mentioned that. Thank you for that and beautiful intro. But go ahead.
Let me say this, Coach EJ, that this is actually scriptural, right? We saw that, of course, we all know the story with David ministering music to Saul. But we also saw that music was a major part of David's own journey of purpose. David wrote songs. The Psalms are songs for a lot of places. David used music to prophesy himself out of certain seasons, to remind himself of the faithfulness of God. We saw Miriam write songs. Yes. So songs, music is spiritual. It is powerful. The way I like to say it is, I say words are powerful. They will create or destroy. But words on the waves of melodies, powered by emotions, will do that
many times as fast. Many times as fast. Because, emotion is power. Emotion should not be undermined. The Bible says, for example, that the continuous heartfelt prayer of the righteous, the heartfelt prayer. So emotions God gave us emotions for a reason. Emotions are powerful. And so what music does is music evokes the power of your emotions.
That's so
When
true.
you take that power of emotions and you put that behind words, you catalyze it into your life. Conscious mind, your subconscious mind naively absorbs it, and that is it. So yes,
wow, powerful.
Music is that
Tell
powerful,
us.
and I caught conviction that it's
a tool, a powerful weapon. I would say it's a weapon, not just a tool.
Yes.
It's a weapon. It's a weapon. And I
yes.
love that. Yes. And I love that, the direction that God is, leading you to speak to the young ones, because like you said, it's for them, it's easier for their minds to be shapen by these words, by this music, and then you just gradually see them coasting, and they don't even know, they don't catch themselves because they're just feeling the vibe. They're getting, used to the music, I mean, there's that one that went viral one time, and when he was saying that, somebody is watching you, is your anxiety, and I'm like, wait, why would you like some words really? And because it is woven into nice beats, you don't even know when you are confessing, rubbish into your life, right?
Yes.
And so I'm glad that you're doing this. But give us more insight into what to look out for at this concert, especially for maybe parents watching, at this moment, like, okay, let me paint a picture of what the concert is like and why they should pay attention, or why they should partner, or why they should be a part of this movement, because it's not just a one-off concert, it's a movement, and we want people to be a part of it here. So just give us some insight into that.
So I say that the Identity Youth Concert is a first of its kind music experience. I have had people say to me, is it not just a worship concert? Is it not just music? Are they just coming to sit down? And I said, no. The Identity Youth Concert is a combination of, I would say, 3 graces at work in my life. While I write songs and I write music, I feel like my greatest strength is my ability to create an experience, a capsule of time, a moment in time that allows an audience to stop long enough to think. So we are combining storytelling with music and reflection, because we're dealing with such what's the word I will use? The Gen Z and
dynamic
Alpha is a very a very stimulated generation. That's the word.
Right.
A very stimulated. They are exposed to a lot. Their senses are usually always engaged, right? And so what we have happening in the concert, and I will just walk you through what that looks like. First of all, we are performing about 12 songs, right? And each of the songs is designed to deliver, designed to confront a mindset, provoke a thought, present an ideology, and cause them to reflect, right? So for example, there is a song called Mirror, Mirror. Now, so before I go, let me walk you through the flow. I talked about storytelling, I talk about the songs, and then reflection. So for every song, we have a video intro. The purpose of this video intro is to visually bring them into an idea, right? So let's take the song Mirror, Mirror, for example. I want you to imagine in this concert hall, just before the song comes up, this video is up on the screen. And it's a well done video that brings that uses pictures to paint the inner state of the young people. So Mirror Mirror, for example, the intro story is about a young boy walking through a forest, and he is hearing all these voices saying you are not good enough, you are not this, and you're not that. And that is the season of a teen, for example, the season of life a teenager is in, or a young person between the age of 10 and 20 is in, is the season of identity framing. It's okay. It happened to all of us, right?
Yes.
You come into that season and you're wondering, who am I?
Who am I?
Right? Who am I? It's important that we define ourselves in this season. However, there's also an onslaught. There's a battle in the mind, and you hear all these voices happening. But this young boy is running towards a definite end. Sitting in front of him on a sort of a pedestal is a book, and the title of the book is The Truth. So he damns all the voices, runs to the book, and he says, mirror, mirror of the word, who do you say I am?
Right? Give us that.
And so,
intro. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, who do you say I am? That is the video, and that's the question. And then the mirror opens up and reveals its true identity. I want you to imagine a 12-year-old watching this. The 12-year-old I don't need to explain the video, they understand it because they can identify with it, right? And then when this immersive video intro is over, the song comes up. The song says, I denounce every story that isn't truth. Let the word be my mirror and be my view. I return to the truth that is only you. Mirror, mirror of the word, show me the truth. I believe you. I reject the lies, all these dirty lies. Show me the truth. I believe you. And then the song goes on and the mirror begins to say, I am God's image. There's no mistake. I'm a vast estate of endless grace. I am good. I work as designed. I'm enough. I am loved. I'm secure. I'm good enough. I am well, alive, full of life. I am blessed, immersed in wealth, here to bless. If I see it in the mirror, it says, I believe it, I receive it, and that settles it. So that is called Mirror Mirror. It's a song of rebellion against the lies. So imagine this young child has this immersive. See, let me tell you something about video.
You cannot remove. They cannot leave.
No. You cannot unsee what you see.
Yes.
I am here, right? I'm 42 years of age. I can tell you scenes from movies from when I was 14 that stayed with me. They literally became part of my identity.
True.
That's why we've got to be careful about the movies that we let our children see. You cannot unsee what you see. Yeah. And if they see it long enough, they believe it. And then you put that behind words like mirror, mirror. You can imagine the experience. So this is just one of the songs. We have another song called Don't Stop.
Please. Don't give us Don't Stop. Give us this one, this anchor. Give us a tip of the iceberg. We want to experience it. So I'm going to play it. Okay. I'll mute it so you can explain the song to us, because I'm feeling excited already. Like, why can't I be in the room? Do I want to experience it? Is this only for kids? For teens?
It's the reason why I am desperate to get all the children, all the young adults can get into the hall, and we will get them into the hall. We will.
Okay, so guys, we're going to give you a tiny preview of what these kids are going to experience, so that you can feel what they will experience, at the Identity Youth Concert. So this song is titled Anchor, right? My Anchor, correct?
My Anchor, My Peace is the title.
My Anchor, My Peace. Okay, so walk us through this song.
Yes. Okay, so I think you can mute, right? So this is the intro video for My Anchor, My Peace. And what the young people are going to see is, of course, these are big screens, LED screens, and the sound is loud. And they see this massive wind and this boat being tossed through and through. And this is a representative of life. And I tell you, teens understand storms. They may not understand the storms that adults get, but storms are storms. I tell people that if I am looking at a mountain, and I will explain this, right? I think you can just repeat again. If I'm looking at a ant hill, and I think it's a mountain, it's going to stop me. It doesn't matter that you know that it's an ant hill. If I think it's a mountain, I'm not going to go over. And so they experience this storm. However, as we get close to the boat that is being tossed to and fro, we see a young person sleeping peacefully. And then when we follow the anchor down, we find that it is anchored on the cross. And so the song says, Jesus is my anchor, he is my peace. When men wonder, I am at ease. Then the chorus says, my anchor in uncertain waters, my peace in stormy seas. And when men wonder, I am at ease, my peace in stormy seas. That's the song, My Anchor, My Peace. And it's a song, see, these songs, like the Lord said to me, each song is a weapon that I am handing over to our young people as they go into life. Because at teen age, they are now leaving us. They are going into life. They will have questions that they may not be able to come back to you to answer. But you've been there, Coach EJ, where in the heat of a crisis, a song comes up to you, right? A song from many years ago just comes up to you. And that song becomes a reminder. And that's what we're doing. And so this is just one of 12 experiences like this that we're going to be having. But there's more. Once they go through this video, and then we have the song, then we take a 5 minutes pause to reflect, where the cameras are now on the audience, and we ask them, what are you hearing? I find that the Gen Z and Gen Alpha generation, they love to vocalize their thoughts. And so they become the stage, and we say, what are you hearing? And they even have their own sheets of paper and pen where they can reflect. I was going to ask it, like, so
because that's important.
Yes,
capturing that moment for them with their writing, which would just etch it in their mind. Whoosh! Oh my God, this is an experience. It's an experience.
Oh, I'm excited about it.
My heart is full. I wish I could be there. Oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. Please, guys, I'll pause here and I'll come back to Visionary Damie. If you're watching this right now and you're seeing and feeling what I'm feeling and hearing the vision and imagining the vision with us, this is a call out to you. If you look on the screen, you see a QR code at the corner of the screen. That QR code is for you to partner with us to sponsor 18 to be in this room. You see, we need the room filled. The capacity of the hall we're using is 1,005, and we want to fill it to the brim. These are 1,500 destinies that will not remain the same again after this immersive experience. And it's just going to cost 5,000 naira only. I'm not even sure they sell shawarma 5,000 naira again. In Nigeria, I'm not sure that you can get shawarma for 5K. No, so it's less than the price of a shawarma. I'm not even sure if you buy 5K suya now, it will be enough for you and your friend. I'm not sure. So please, this is it's not so big. In fact, you can get a ticket for more than one person. You can support 2 kids. So every Kingdom Investment ticket you get, you are sponsoring a teenager. Look at it. You are sponsoring a destiny. You are helping a destiny to imagine, to immerse themselves, to see what they cannot unsee, to see something and catch something that would help them shape their future. So this is, if you've been thinking of, what can I gift somebody this Christmas series? This is a gift that will keep on giving, because this gift does not stop with this one experience. It's a memory that cannot be taken away from these kids. So please, we're inviting you to please sponsor a child, sponsor 2 kids, sponsor 3 kids, by scanning the QR code on the screen right now to support this vision. Visionary Damie, if you were going to share anything for parents, I know that we're still going to talk about people supporting this thing, but I want you to speak to parents, because this is ministry. Like there's nothing else.
Yes.
It's not entertainment. It is ministry. But
Yes.
based on your journey, because I have an idea, just a tiny idea of the journey that you've been through to get to this
Yes.
point, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you
Yes.
say, or what would you speak to parents that will help them shift on their seats to know that it is beyond sending your children to school? It is beyond buying them the nice things they need. Speak to a parent.
You're making me very emotional, because I was that child who encountered purpose before I turned 13. It made all the difference. And being a mom myself, I've got a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. I have come to realize that it's not going to be enough that you have conviction. They must have it as well. And it's not something that you can give to somebody. It's something that they have to catch. When I was about 9, 10, a neighbor came to my mom and asked to take me to a children's service. She wasn't going to church then. And my mom graciously obliged her, and that changed my life. I went to this teens service, and there I met God, right? 2 years later, I, in another meeting, was introduced to the concept of purpose. Let me tell you what that did for me. And this is my burning desire for every young person in that world. Because I was awoken to a sense of purpose quite early. Guess what? I lived a distraction-free teenage. I wasn't distracted. Because I was my attention was caught early. I was looking at God. I knew that there was something my life was about. And that helped me navigate all the potholes that are along the way, especially at teenage. So what I'm going to say to parents, and this is another big insight that I found. You may be a great mom, a great dad. You're doing all the right things. You're teaching them the right values. You got them studying the word when they were young and all that. However, there is if you're not sensitive, you call it the age of rebellion, but it's not the age of rebellion. It's the age of identity framing. There comes a time where we begin to look outside the familiar for our answers. We begin to question all we have always known. That is a good thing. We all did that. I did that. You did that. You've heard mom says that Jehovah is the real God. You've heard mom says that you should be punctual. You should do this. But that's all you've heard. Now you're growing. You want to be sure that this is the truth. You begin to look outside. Right? We begin to look outside. Now, you can say, no, don't look outside. Don't look outside. That's not going to work. It did not work for me and you. We are here now. It didn't work. It does not work.
Yeah.
However, you can guide their focus. You can let them go, but guide them. I feel like the most important thing for a young person between the age of 10 and 20 is exposure, the right exposure and the right community. Right. So being deliberate as to they want to go out, let them go to you begin to guide them to the right places. Curate their experiences.
The places they go. Yes.
Curate their experiences, curate the voices that they hear. And I tell you that an experience, an encounter like the Identity Youth Concert can totally shift the trajectory of a young person's life. I promise you. It happened to me. And I pray daily that this would be the experience when young people come into this place. So why am I saying this? The last thing I'm going to say to parents, we all pray for our children. We prophesy. But a lot of times when the answer to the prayer comes, we don't notice. It's like the children of Israel praying for the Messiah. Praying for the Messiah. When he came, they didn't notice it. No, so you are praying for that young child. He's becoming distracted. He's asking questions. You're feeling like, hey, God help, or God guide. The Lord, see, the Identity Youth Concert is heaven's strategy. God and Coach EJ, you know this, you've been in VCAP. If you see that the manner of strategies that heaven is deploying on the earth realm, right, to tackle the wicked problems that are out there, this is an offensive mission. It is us going to the gates of the enemy to take back the minds of our young ones. Please don't for any reason undermine that it and think it's entertainment. This is answer to prayer. Yes, it may be looking like entertainment. I'd like to call it an undercover strategy, right? That a young person comes into that place. The noise is shut out for a while. They have the opportunity to hear not only God, but guess what? To hear themselves.
Yeah.
To hear their greatness. And so that's what I want to say to parents. Don't despair. When you pray, God hears you. But please be sensitive to notice and to pick up the opportunities that He's going to put on their path. For them, let them have those experiences that will shape and reinforce the values that you have been sowing in their lives or you've been raising them in. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Wow. So powerful, so powerful. Thank you, Perpetua Dim in the comment section, and Iyanu Luabamishe. Thank you so much. I see your comments. Thank you. Yes, absolutely, Iyanu Lua. Yes, we cannot unsee what we've seen, and that's what we want to make the kids experience on the 15th of December. We want them to see what they cannot unsee after that time. And we say seed. It's a seed that, the Youth Identity Concert is going to sow in their lives that will germinate, because this is not just any concert. This has been prayerfully prepared. This has been like it's an arsenal that God is going to use for every child and every young person that's going to be in that room. So this is one more time another call for you. If you know anyone, if you love to, I think I would also put the link in the comments, so that, if you want to click on the link, if you're unable to at the moment, probably scan the QR code and just want to click on the link.
Can I say something to that, Coach?
Yes, please do that while I'm sharing that. Yes, please.
So all through the month of November, we went on a secondary school tour. We literally went to over 60 schools in the city of Warri. We put up a vision document and we sent them. The first miracle was the response of the school administrators. They were like, wow, we need this. One administrator said to us, she said, parents don't know what their children are dealing with because their children spend most of their time with us in school. So we know better what these young people are dealing with. And she was like, initiatives like this are needed. And so the schools, like, they became our partners. They opened up and we reached the schools. We talked to the children in the assemblies. I mean, if you go to my Instagram, 90 Degrees Music, you will literally see the schools and the children. So as we speak, we have over 3,000, the contacts of 3,000 teens between the ages of 10 and 20 who say, yes, we want to be in this experience, right? And we have some of them, their parents have signed up. However, we have much more of those young people who want to come, but they are not able to get the tickets for one of two reasons, I guess. Number one, their parents are not able to maybe get them the ticket. The second reason is maybe the parents are also not sufficiently inspired. However, parents are like, you can go, but please, So what am I saying? We have young people who are willing to attend, and we need to get them into the hall. I'm going to say this last story. So just a few days, I went to the event center. We're using the KFT. It's the biggest event center for an event, for a music concert in the city, right? And they had just had a comedy show in that event hall a couple of days before I arrived. And so they're still cleaning up. And I saw this table, premium tables on the floor, 2 million naira per table. And I literally could count about 10, and I knew the people who bought the tables. It cost, I think, 20,000 to get into this comedy show. A great event. However, this event doesn't have eternal value, right? However, people put in money. And I stood in that place and said to myself, you know what? I don't care what it takes. I will get 1,500 young people into this hall on the 15th of December, whether I get them in for free. I'm going to go to God's people. I'm going to go to visionaries and say, at least there are 1,500 of us in the world, in this city, in Nigeria, who are able to sit one young person in this seat for 5,000 naira and give them the possibility of a burning bush experience. And I said, I'm going to, so this is the way I said it to my manager that was with me, production manager. I said, it took somebody coming to my mom, making that sacrifice to take me to an event, and it changed my life. Am I willing to do that for somebody for 5,000 naira? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It is absolutely worth it. And
Absolutely
so I said,
worth
if
it.
you're a visionary, if you're a believer, you can part with 5,000 naira. You can give a young person the opportunity to change the trajectory of their life, to see something they've not seen before, hear something they cannot unhear, and maybe that would be the reason why 30 years later they are sitting on this side with you and saying, I want to do this for 1,500 things as well. So this is my clarion call to everyone whose life has been impacted by somebody else's sacrifice, to make the sacrifice for one person. And let me say that the response has been great. I mean, God has his people. Yes, and people are responding. People are giving for 10. They're giving. We had somebody actually sponsor 100 teens, right? And I'm so thankful for it. We have a long way to go. Let's get those 1,500 seats filled. So this is my call to you, to say you can do this. You can share it with your circle of relationships, and let us do it for 1,500 destinies in God. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't even know if you're not convinced at this point. We need to, I don't know, we need to pray for you, brother and sister. But please, yes, it's a clarion call, and I know you can. Yes. I know you are able to sponsor a child, and you can also spread the word. You can share the link with somebody else and actually mandate them and say, guy, I need 5K from you. Please just use this link and give me the 5K. That's it. That's what we're doing here. Yes. I want to ensure that those 1,500 kids have a chance to have this wholesome experience, to end 2025 wholesomely and have a new, new vision, new
horizon,
life, as they get into the new year. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Visionary Jamie, I'm so excited for you. I am so happy. I wish I could be there live and direct to cheer you on.
We're going to be streaming. We're going to be streaming for all our partners. Yes.
Fantastic. So I will be there to, cheer you on. And I know it's going to be it's already a success. And I know that testimonies that will come from this first one is going to go a long way, and it's going to birth many more experiences for many more children outside of Warri, in Nigeria and in the world at large, as you continue to, nurture and steward this vision that God has given to you. It's such a pleasure, such a privilege that I do not take for granted, for being a part of this journey with you from conception to this part where we are in. And I'm here to keep saying, go, 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 visionary Jamie, go.
We're going.
Go. Absolutely.
We are going.
I look forward to when we are hosting you outside of Nigeria.
Oh my God, yes.
Come and create that experience out here in the UAE, in the UK, in the US, in Australia,
we will do it.
Part of the word.
It will
Thank
come
you
to
so
pass.
much.
Amen.
Thank you for saying yes. Yes to yourself, yes to the vision, yes to God. Thank you so much. And again, this is a call. Please, you've seen the link. If you're watching this afterwards, please use the QR code on the screen, scan the QR code, support, buy a ticket for a child, or you can also look into the comment section. We're also going to leave it under the replay of this video so that you can go there, click on the link and support this vision. You'll be supporting a destiny, a child, and their future. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for everyone who joined.
Thank you so much.
God bless you so much.
You.
All right.
God bless you.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Much. Keep an eye out for all the information. Follow 90 Degree Music on Instagram. follow Demi O'Neill on Instagram. And if you're on LinkedIn, please connect with her. And you can slide into our DM to learn more about the whole concert and how you can be a partner of the concert. God bless you and see you.
Thank
soon.
you. Bye.
All right, ma'am. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Bye.